It's 3 p.m. September 9th, 2021, and I've just finished a multi-hour exploration. Few patches with my husband who's taking pictures, but he didn't have on long pants, so the nettles were eating him. He's not as resistant to mosquitoes as I am. But anyway, mostly by myself. And I came here in order to make sure that this big old pawpaw patch here at Draper Houston is doing what I've been told that it does. That is, no fruit. Well, as you'll see in the movie, as I started from the beginning of my coming in about 3 hours ago, you'll see how surprised I am to actually find fruit, and a lot of fruit. So this opens up questions more about what's going on in this patch. Is it because it's got so much sun that it's able to have in areas? Just what's going on, and how many different genotypes are there, or is this particular clone able to create fruit even without genetic distinctions coming in the pollen? And does the fruit contain seeds? And if it contains seeds, are the seeds viable? So we'll have to come out here again when the fruit is getting ripe and try to see if we can harvest some before the animals get to it, and see if the seeds are viable, and see if the fruit is tasty. I bet it is. I bet it was the indigenous peoples here who put in this patch, and you know, they're going to carry forward, carry poleward, carry north the tastiest fruit. All right, I'll show you what happens. I was admiring this caterpillar and noticed that right next to it, we've got pawpaw fruit. And as I keep looking around, there's another little one up there. And on this same, wow, those are too tiny. Wonder what that's about. But this little tree here, it's the first place since coming off the bridge that I've noticed, but I think I missed some. I was kind of expecting not to see them, and oh, here's another on this same tree that had the caterpillar. Here's another set. Pawpaw fruit. I'll touch those in a moment and see if they're starting to get ripe, but we've got pawpaw here. And the way to find this place is, this is a little trail that comes off. The river is over there, coming in from the bridge through here. I came through, and just where the big water area pool is there, this trail starts. It's pretty easy to see. And the other way to see it is, this is a gigantic walnut. I mean, you can see there are walnut nuts all over the place here. And that's a big pool there. And there's kind of an old iron thing sticking out of this walnut. So this is looking up the walnut, and then back here I have all these glorious small pawpaws, and again hanging there, and then up there, that's where is it? That's the fruit and the caterpillar there. Yeah, right there. Look at that. A lot of mosquitoes. All right, I'm going to go touch the fruit down there and see how they feel. I just touched the fruit there, and it's a triple. Hard, still hard, not ripe yet, but definitely pawpaw. Fruit, more fruit. I looked in that, walked into this area looking for fruit. That's just a full canopy of pawpaw above me. I'll get to the stem. It's this stem here, so maybe it's a different genotype, I don't know. But as I go down this stem, where is it? Oh, right there, yeah. Look at, there's a really long scar on it. It's been there for a while. And then the other way you can see there, that's what it looks like there. And then up there is the fruit. And the other way to find it is, if I look through here, look at the size of that tree back there. Can't tell what the tree is right now, but that's a big one. So, that stem right in the center with the scar, and as I look around here, here's a stem here. I'll show the up. It's just pure pawpaw here, absolutely pure pawpaw. Ditto over there. Everything coming down, everything is a pawpaw. So what we've got here is no overstory. Oh, this is the place I wanted to get to. This is the place where, for one reason or another, every stem that, yes, every stem here, every stem is pawpaw in this patch. So, as I keep going around, look, you can see a real big opening there. Okay, this is the same stem. Despite the nettles, my husband joined me in here, and we saw another one, right? It's on the same stem as the one I just pointed out.
This one's on a different one here.
This one is, huh? And what's great about this is the place I wanted to get into, because I'd noticed last fall being in here, there are no canopy trees over this. So this is where the pawpaws get full sun. Okay, Michael, you're going to point out where it is? Okay. Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
There's a couple tiny ones below,
right.
but there's a doublet there. Okay, let me see. And that's a different stem.
Yeah.
Ho ho. All right, how do I find it? Oh, it's up. I see. There it is. Okay. All right. I don't need to get too close on it, but I want to find the stem it's on. Is this cute little one. Go up to the stem there. It's the cute little stem right here, coming out here. Oh, look what's next to it. Look at this stem right next to it. This is the edge of the patch. This is another kind of tree. What is that? Hawthorn?
I don't know.
But it's not very tall.
Right.
I think it's hawthorn. Oh, no, box elder maybe.
Oh, there's one over here too on this one.
A fruit?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm coming over. Good, I'm just glad I got you for sighting. Oh, look how tiny that one is.
Yeah.
Wonder why some are tiny.
Yeah.
Huh. All right, wait. I think I got one right straight up there.
Yes, you do. Yeah, that's one. Yeah.
Okay, now how do I find it? Gosh, oh, okay. I think I see how to find it. All right, I look for the lighted leaves there. Yep, and there it's right above there. Look at that.
And there's another one, little one over there.
Really?
Yep.
Well,
I'm pointing right.
Oh, I see, I see. Yeah, that's a, okay, how am I going to find it? All right, I go from there. Okay, right there. Yeah, that's a little one.
Yeah.
Yeah, there, I got it. All right, so again, this is still in that monster patch with, I'll see in another distance what's going on, but virtually everything until you get out to the obvious ones there that aren't Pawpaw, but everybody else here is. Okay, same area, and Michael just found this threesome here. Yeah, look at what comes in here as we're leaving the patch. And then these stems here are the patch. The patch behind me here, these stems, a little bit extending out that way. Okay, Michael has skedaddled and very near where I was. Here's a low one. I was able to touch it. It's hard still. And this is right at the edge of the patch. This one is coming off of this stem here, which goes down to there. And then right over there, that's that big willow. So I'm going to keep looking around here. But here, so here's a triplet on the same stem that I just filmed that was low enough for me to touch. And this is at the edge because this looks to me like this is an old redbud here. This is an old redbud. I remember seeing redbud in flower in several places in the spring. And as I turn around here, I saw another one. Again, look at the sun coming in. Let's see if I can get in to where this one is. Okay. There it is. Okay, here's the other side of that tree I was calling a willow. I don't think it's a willow. I'm wondering if it's a hackberry. I'm gonna see if I can get up close on some of these leaves, and then maybe somebody can identify them. One more thing about standing by this tree looking back into the patch. The patch is back in there. The sun's out. It's usually not out today, but the sun's out now, and look at how much sun is on the leaves of these not very tall pawpaws. So they've had a lot of sun. There was one little stem that had one tiny fruit on it. These are pretty small fruit, but I just want to document this is another stem right out at the edge of the pawpaw patch. The willow tree, or whatever that big tree is behind me. But that's definitely, look at beyond there. Look at the leaves. Ah, right. Of this one here that's laying on its side, very old. And when you go out, it's still got some live branches. And those live branches, that's a willow. So it'd be black willow. And behind it is a walnut. And then a small black willow. Oh, part of this. Look at this. The willow just sort of falls over and keeps growing. Yeah. This is a fairly large one, and this is on a different stem. Here, I'll pull out here, and this is the stem that right in the center there that goes down to there. And there's another stem I'm by right here, but it doesn't have any fruit on it. And then here we are back to whatever this tree is. Another new stem that has, this one's got a doublet on it, but I need to move over to this next stem here. There's a really big pawpaw there, and a next door stem up over this way has a doublet on it right there. So now I'll pull back and you'll see, oh, it's a single stem that's got two different parts. Both of what you see there are stems on the same tree. Here's where they come out. So both of those, the doublet and the singlet, both come from there. But here you can see where, actually what's interesting is this is the first place where I've really experienced sedges. See the sedges coming in here? We're very close to that. Looks like a beaver probably made that swamp because look at all the dead trees standing. So these are here, and back there you can see where the large tree was, where I was in the patch. So I'm going to keep looking. Here's a doublet on yet another stem. Good size, and this stem comes over to here and goes down, and see the one that's got the two up here, that's the last one I photographed. So fruit on both of those stems, and this fruit as well. There's a stem right out here too, and I've looked around on it, but I don't see any pawpaw on it. I'll keep looking. I was wrong. A really nice sized fruit here, very low, on this stem right here, which goes up here, and it's right over by where this stem, where I saw the last one, and then that one there too. So all of these right here, this would get the, what would it get? The eastern sun, sure. There's the farthest little pawpaw that comes close to this swamp here. That's a young walnut here, and lots of willow back there. But that's the swamp, and look at all jewel weed that we have here, other things. But this is also the furthest out, and what I find interesting here, the leaves are very, very prolific here. It's really pure sun. So there could be some fruit hanging in there, but you notice that it doesn't bother to make its branches really sprawling. It would have more wind here, and it doesn't need to because it's getting so much sun. So back there in the dark, that's the pawpaw patch I was in. All right, here's the walnut. I was just exploring that patch out there. I'm looking south, and this is a good way to confirm where I was, because look at this. This would have a pool of water in it. And then there's a multi-stem. Gosh, what is this bark? Look at this, multi-stem. Oh, whoa, some kind of a maple? Oh, I bet it's a silver maple. It's really tall up there. I bet that's what this is. Okay, so this is a really easy way to find where I was filming. And again, I was filming all through that area here. A giant pawpaw patch in this area. And then out beyond there in the sun, that's where the probably beaver swamp or marsh takes off, and the farthest edge of the outlying pawpaws. Wow and wow, I'm continuing to head north, maybe 30 feet beyond where I was filming that multi-stemmed maple on the little kind of wildlife trail, and there's at least 9 or 10 pawpaws right on this tree. Oops, also on the one next to it, but look at, okay, here we go. I know there's like 4 right in this area here. Yeah, see there? One at the upper left, lower middle, and then a doublet. So that's 4. There's another set of 3. Gosh, how do I find those? Another set of 3. Oh, there they are. I think that's them up there, yep. That's on the same stem. Another set of 3. And then as I rotate over, oh my gosh, there's like 4 coming off a separate stem up there. I got it. Look at that. Wow. All right, I've got to try to discern what makes this spot so prolific. Let's take a look at how old these stems are. So this one here had the 4 that you could see, the second set of 4. And this one right here, that was the first set. I'm standing exactly where I was before, but it's a 180. It's looking west off the trail here. And those were pawpaws. And if I go over to here, I had seen another, I'd seen another set. Let's see if I can find them here. Yep, I think they'll show up. There they are. Triplet, big ones, big ones. And I haven't even really looked a lot. I just turned and started looking. So all of those, oh my gosh, and there's another set of 2 up in there. But what we need to know is they're all on this trunk right here. And got a few little stems close that are very, very subcanopy. But that is a canopy there. There's nothing, oh, well, there's a bit of a tree overlooking it there, but not much. It gets a lot of sun right there, which might be important for a wild pawpaw patch. Oh, there's a couple little ones right in the center there off of this little stem. And this is the stem that I was looking at. And then here's the tree to find it. Probably the easiest way. I'm standing on that wildlife trail, but you notice how this branch is dead here. So this is a great place. Come to this tree with the poison ivy coming up it. I've spent a lot of time out there. And just start looking around. I'll keep looking. Here's another triplet facing southwest, so it gets a lot of sun this time of day. And it's on a tall pawpaw that really doesn't reach its branches out because it happens to be in a good place. It's that thin stem right here in the center, and what it's next to is, oh gosh, hackberry? I can't tell, but it doesn't have a lot of leaves on it. It's not really blocking much sun. But yeah, that is a thin stem. Here's where I just was. And you see there's another set of really big, some kind of tree out there that's a good place to be able to calibrate where we are. All right, I just came there from the south along something that's sort of like a wildlife trail. And I'm pausing here, not because I've seen any pawpaw fruit, but because this is a really obvious place to get your bearings as to where I am now. I passed a little redbud tree, yeah, right here, that had some seeds on it, seed pods on it. Redbud here. these trees here, oh my gosh, that is definitely a black willow right in front, curving out. It's got some grape on it, but oh my, wow. All right, and that's got to be silver maple right here, and maybe those are two more gigantic black willows back there. But then look at that open area. I don't know why that's so open there. Very open. But here you can see the trail, and I'm right along some pawpaw here. So I will keep looking. What I'm looking for now is the place I know is the farthest north of the pawpaw, where it comes up against too much of a low area that would flood, and so it can't clone its way through to the other side. But I want to get there and see if there's fruit. That'll be the northernmost edge. All right, that was that set of trees I just pointed out, and I'm walking the trail, but I just looked over here, and I happened to see, without even trying, a rather low-hanging pawpaw fruit in the middle of the picture here. Yeah, in fact, I think I'll go over and touch it. But look at the amount of sunlight. That is over on the southwestern side of a pawpaw in what's a pretty good amount of sun coming in on the south during the summer. So I'll go take a look at that. But again, where I'm ultimately headed is out to the edge here, and that big trunk in the center, I'm pretty sure it looks like a hackberry. I'm right on the wildlife trail, maybe 15 feet farther north, and I've just paused here because here's a triplet. Nice size. This is about the large size for this area, this patch. And yeah, this is where I wanted to go. These are the really big stems. It's going to drop off there into too low an area for the roots to be able to continue on. And here's that. I don't even have to look up. That's definitely a hackberry. Look at that incredible, I'll go down here, that incredible bark. Oh God, there's so many mosquitoes. All right, I'm continuing. Still standing on the trail. This isn't in focus, but towards the left is a fruit on this. Again, it would be looking south. There's a south opening here, and here's the stem it's leaning on. I'm about 5 feet northward on the trail than I was, and look at how it drops off here. I think we're getting close to the very end of where this pawpaw patch is able to go. But here you can kind of see there's sort of a trail that I'm following. All right, maybe 10 feet further north on the trail, I just happened to look over and saw this. This is kind of on the northwest side, so I'd gotten used to thinking everything was going to be on the east, south, or southwest, and it's not. So you can see, I'll show you, it's on a rather small one. That one there, that's got some vines wrapping around it, but we've got a small pawpaw patch here. Ooh, here comes the sun. And, well, look at that. There is sun coming in late afternoon on this side. Would have been more peak summer. So, no trouble. Ha! The fruit itself even has a little bit of sun glinting off of it. Look at that. They can photosynthesize through their skin. So, good spot. And as I turn here, we've got a multi-stem set of definitely silver maple there. Look at that. And I'm still in the pawpaw patch. More pawpaw patch over there. I'm going to continue, but I think it ends pretty much as I go down that slope right here. I head a little east off the trail, maybe 20 feet or so. I wanted to get into this edge area because look at all the sun that's hitting these leaves now. It must be, I don't know, 3 in the afternoon, something like that. And then straight out there, that would be the beaver-made marsh, swamp, dead old standing trees there. And this is, oh, poison ivy. This is the eastern edge right here. And again, I think there's probably nothing down to the north here because it really drops off a good 5 feet or so. But this would be high enough here, elevation, for the roots to be able to not be... oh, good, I see one. There's a pawpaw. Let's see if I can get it in the picture. It's in the shade, right in the center. Yes, indeed. And that one is over on this stem right here. So I'm going to look around a little bit and go out to that farthest two on the edge there. Alright, this is looking south at the northernmost edge of this long pawpaw patch. This is upstream the Saline River. The Saline River is off in that direction, I don't know, maybe 50 yards, if that, not that far. The trails, main pedestrian trails over there too. But here you can really see why this is the edge. Oh, and look, here's an animal trail right here. Look at this. This is a silver maple multi-set that I already showed. Look at, there's a lot of old walnut husks in here. I don't see any directly here, but see how low this goes? Pawpaw is clonal. It's not spreading by seed. Oh, and the other way, look at this. Okay, this also shows, this shows where we are. But it started to get nasty in there with Rosa multiflora, but here you can see the very edge on the northeast side right here, very edge. Here's the silver maples, and here's this very low area. And then I know I walked out here further, and a ways on there you get to the part where suddenly the topography goes up maybe 20 feet or something and then gets flat. So this would have been cut by the river at some point. But there is no pawpaw back there. All right, and then here you can see this is really an open field type area here, and the trail would be right over there. The main pedestrian trail, the mode trail, looking west. So yep, I'm gonna call it a day and head out back to the trail. All right, just made my way out of there, coming through the weeds, onto the trail, mode trail. This is looking north, and there you can see the rise that goes up to the flat area that the Saline River then cut through over here and created floodplain and rise habitat through this area. I'll walk this way a little bit because I'm pretty sure that just a short ways down is a big bird box. Yep, there it is. That is how in the past I've known where the northernmost edge inward of here, eastward of here, is of this big old patch. All right, well, mosquitoes are still eating me up. September 9th, it wasn't unusually a good day. I had no expectation I'd see any fruit. I saw not a lot on any tree, but certainly enough to qualify that whether this is multiple genotypes or just a clone that can do it on its own, there are fruit here. So it'll be important to come out here and to discern, get some of the fruit and discern whether the seeds are fertile, because it's possible it might have made fruit. Maybe there aren't any seeds in it. Maybe they're not fertile. So got to come out here again for a test. And I haven't even explored downstream of the bridge area. We came in at the bridge and then headed north on the wildlife trail here. And I haven't explored the pawpaws that go to the south, but that place gets far more inundated beyond the bridge. It just opens up. You'll find litter in that area. You won't find any litter here. No current ever comes into this area. So the pawpaw is not as thick and dominant in there, but it would be useful also to check that. All right, that's it for Draper Houston Preserve. I'm Connie Barlow, and what it shows is no faith in words. You just got to come out and explore for yourself and make sure what you've been reading or hearing, make sure it's true, because there are fruit in this pawpaw patch.